I've held many sales jobs in the past. But right before I actually became a real estate agent, I was working as a mover at Cement on a truck. And that job, it was tough. It was very tough on the body. But believe it or not, I loved it. I loved that job so much. It's probably one of my most favorite jobs I've ever had. Reason being was because, aside from the hard labor it had, I loved being able to see new homes every single day. And I loved being able to, be a part of that exciting moment of helping somebody move from a two-bedroom apartment to their first ever home. And I met this one woman who were moving her into a beautiful house. I don't know where it was, but she had a lake view. I think it was a custom built home. It was beautiful. And she asked us, she was like, "Hey, Oscar, well, talk to me, boys. What are you gonna do? You can't do this your whole life." My buddy jokingly, he was like, "Well, as long as it pays the bills, it's okay." But she comes to me and she was like, "Well, what do you want to do?" And I was like, "Look, I love selling stuff. I love sales, but I like seeing cool houses." And she told me, she was like, "Hey, you should try selling houses. You should be a real estate agent." She used to do it. She was retired, and she kind of put me on the way, to do it. She was like, "Go talk to this brokerage. I know the broker there. Go get your real estate license." And I think a month later or 2 months later, I was like, "All right, let's sign up at Columbus State." And I got the train rolling. It was August of 2020 when I started school, and I got licensed January. No, when was it? March of 2021. So I think it was a 6 month from start to finish when I started the school and got licensed. Yeah. Oh, it was crazy. Anybody that was, a real estate agent or even just shopping for a house in 2021, I remember I talked with a buddy and I was like, "Hey man, look, I'm going to become a real estate agent in 2021." And he's like, "Man, well, you're going to jump in right when, the oven's hot." Like it was a hot market. And as a brand new real estate agent coming in, when everybody's already up and going and me just trying to get my foot in the door, it was so tough because just getting the buyers were out there. Getting the buyers into contract, that was the hard part. So it was very tough, the first 6 months in the business. Yeah, so starting off, I started off on my own at a small brokerage, local brokerage. And, there's a big difference. And I tell new agents this all the time when they come up to me. There's a very big difference between building your business and building the actual foundation and expanding your business. Very important that you know how to build your foundation. And then once you kind of jump out of survival mode, you now need to adapt and learn how to expand. I met Sam in 2021. I not even met, we just talked on the phone. I saw his branding. I was on the street. Him and I talk about this all the time on Flat River Street in Pickerington. I was showing a client a house in Pickerington. Sam had like 3 houses on that street right next to each other that said Sam Cooper sold, Sam Cooper sale pending, Sam Cooper coming soon. And I was like, this guy's doing something right. And I talked with him. I kind of just got a feel for things as to what it was even going to be to join a team. He told me what he could offer to kind of help expand my business. But being able to have a mentor and a leader that teaches you and gives you, Sam has a saying where we're the cake, but he's the icing on the cake. And that's so true because, he gives us all the tools we need to accomplish what we want to do. We just got to take advantage of that stuff and run with it. And being a part of a team, I think, is such a great opportunity if you know how to take advantage of the tools and opportunity given to you. So, my business tripled within just 1 year, just being on the team with Sam. And that's something that just can't happen being an individual, I believe. Is branding, personal branding, and however I can kind of stand out amongst the competition, just being true to myself and being authentic to myself, and kind of just sharing that. Over a period of doing it for so long, you kind of just have the people that catch on to it. sum it up, if I could tell myself something, a younger version of me 2 years ago, I'd say, hey, look, man, there's going to be lots of speed bumps on the road, but just focus on what you can control. That way you can learn from it, move forward, and knock it out the other way. Not everything is going to be under my control, but as long as I can control what I can, every single transaction, I'm going to be working at the best of my ability. Real results take team effort. And there's only so much you can do on your own. And I think I love that piece of advice and that, little bit of advice he gave, because you get to a point where you want to do so much more, and you always just want to be me. You don't want to give, you don't want to teach, you don't want to do any of that. But once you realize that real results take team effort, you can go a lot further than trying to go on your own.